Hello beautiful people, it's Robyn Thomas here with Resemble Me by Robyn. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a takedown of my small, long, knotless box braids. I have had these braids in for 7 weeks and I decided to go ahead and take them down. And I know you're thinking like, well, this is a takedown video. Why is she showing the shampoo on her braids again? Well, this is a part of my takedown process. So, one day before, about within 24 hours before I'm deciding to take down my hair, I do like to go through a wash day. And so if you follow my channel or subscribe to my channel and have been for years, you know that I like to wash my hair weekly when I have my braids in. So my hair is not necessarily dirty, but I do want to make sure that my hair is nice and moisturized before I get to taking it down. Okay, there's going to be a lot of manipulation going on throughout the takedown process with taking it down and detangling. So I want to make sure that my hair is fully moisturized before I go in. This really, this and making sure that you're doing your part throughout your install reduces breakage to zero, if I'm being honest. The only thing that should be coming out is shed hair. Okay, so I wash my hair once with the almond and avocado shampoo, which is a moisturizing shampoo. I put my conditioner in there. I use the goodness, what is it called? Rosemary and mint. And I condition my hair, deep condition my hair. And then I wash it out. And then afterwards, I went to go oil my hair with my Roots oil. Okay, and then I let my hair dry for the day, and then the next day when it's completely dry, I come back and I do my whole takedown process. So this is how much my hair has grown throughout these 7 weeks. I really enjoyed this install, and I really enjoyed this color, especially when my roots started growing out. Oh my gosh. I initially was actually going to do the braids longer and have it like as my regular haircut, so like a number 2 at the top, and then add the hair, the colored hair, but I wasn't trying to braid any longer. So I really did like it whenever my hair started growing out. So right here I'm just showing you my edges and my nape area. This is the reason why my nape and edges do not have the same amount of hair, because I don't want my hair to be way down. So as you can see, I had to pull my hair for the hair to be stretched for you to see how much new growth I have. You should not have that much weave added onto those areas, especially. Okay, first things first, you want to go past your hair. I can tell where my hair stops because my hair is black, and you can see that where it goes from like a darker mix to a lighter mix. Now, I'm going to go a little extra and go like 2 or so inches past my hair. You don't have to do that, but I'm doing it. Why? Because I just wanted to be on the safe side. So I'm going, you see how I'm looking right here? Like, hold on. Making sure it's like, okay, it's right there. Let me just be for certain. You know how we be when we take our braids down. But I just make sure to cut along. I stretch it out so that I'm not cutting off any of my hair. So I stretch it up and out as you see me do, to make sure that I'm not leaving the hair or the braids that are on top, I'm not cutting it and I've only cut off 2 inches as opposed to 6 inches because of how the hair lays. I hope that makes sense. After all the braids are cut out, I just go through and start unbraiding my hair. So I normally would start like from the back and work my way to the top. But I don't know. I was just kind of going with the flow. I was starting this kind of midday. So I kind of get a little, I don't want to say lazy throughout the day, but my motivation kind of fades if I don't start early in the morning. So I was like, well, I'm just going to do like some hard areas, and then I'm going to go in the middle and do some where I know it's not as hard. So you guys know that on the perimeter, I don't use as much hair. So because of that, the braids are thinner, they're much smaller, so it takes a little longer to take those braids out as opposed to the middle. So I didn't do any type of like, okay, I'm gonna start in the back, then the side, then the side. I was just kind of going with whatever I felt like. If I felt like it took me way too long to take out a braid on the front right side, I'm just gonna go to the middle and I'm gonna take out like 5 braids, and then I may go back to a edge or nape area to take that braid out, just so I don't get like, oh, this is taking forever, or tired or whatever. I try to keep my momentum going as much as possible so that I can keep moving, so that I can do it in one setting. So after I finished taking the actual braid out, I did something different this time than I would normally do. So this time I decided to go ahead and detangle as I was taking my braids out. So normally I would take all of my braids out, then go back and finger detangle it, because I felt that it would slow me down, like doing that process. Like I was in a groove with taking out the braids, or I just want to keep taking out the braids, keep taking out the braids. But I don't know, something just this time I was just like, no, I'm just going to detangle it as I go. And I'm really, really happy that I did, because once I got done with that braid, I was like 100% done, right? It didn't take a lot longer to do it. And honestly, the only parts that really need like really sensitive attention, like delicate attention, is the edge area. So those braids take longer again because they're skinnier, or at least it's how I install mine. They're skinnier. So I'll go ahead and detangle this section. When I got to the middle, detangling it was like, I mean, super duper easy. So I really do believe I saved a lot of time by taking it out and detangling the hair within the same process, as opposed to waiting till I have all the braids taken out and then turn around and going back and detangling every single section. And so I'm just showing you that this little area here, this is how much shed hair that was taken out of my, that came out of my braids. And this is all because I made sure to keep up with my moisture routine. So once I'm done with an area and I feel like, okay, the hair is kind of starting to get in my way while I'm trying to take down other sections, I just go through with my comb and I do a little more detangling to make sure I've got out as much of that as I can. And then I braid it into a section and I put it away and I keep moving along to the next section. Once I'm done, I just go through, take out all of those braids and detangle it one more time to make sure I get out as much shed hair as possible. The reason that you want to detangle your hair as much as possible to get out as much shed hair as possible is because once you start to get water, that water touches your hair and your hair starts to revert back to its curly state. That hair is going to start to tangle into the hair that is still attached to your head, which is going to make your wash day process a little harder than it has to be, right? So you want to make sure that you shed or get out as much shed hair as possible.
Oh, I got a whole brain. That's funny. Get slow.
But yes, that is the end of my part one of this takedown. I hope that I was able to give you all some tips that'll help you with your next takedown so that you can retain as much length as possible. If you have not put your braids in, definitely go back to my install video, and I also link the wash day routine video, which thoroughly explains the importance of keeping up with your hair care while you have braids in. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss then when I upload part two, which will be my wash day and my soup press of my hair, so I can give my hair some time to breathe. Remember, it's always important after you take your braids out to not to go back into another style right afterwards, but to take some time to let your hair be weave free and breathe. All right, beautiful people, thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace and blessings.